Along, we're trying to get a peace with Russia, Ukraine, and we're working very hard on it.
Do you expect Zelensky to be involved in these conversations? What will his role be?
I do. He will be involved, yes.
Would you allow the Europeans to buy U.S.-made weapons for Ukrainians?
Yeah.
So Zelensky said today that Russia is going to wage war on NATO. Do you agree with that? Do you have any concerns about?
No, I don't agree. I don't agree with that. Not even a little bit.
Today, we bring you exclusive updates from the world of politics and diplomacy. The president has returned from Daytona, where he praised the event's enthusiastic crowd and commended the organizers for their dedication to the sport. But beyond the racetrack, high-stakes international negotiations are unfolding. The president confirmed ongoing peace talks concerning the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. According to his discussions, both President Putin and President Zelensky are eager to reach a resolution.
Along, we're trying to get a peace with Russia, Ukraine, and we're working very hard on it. It's a war that should have never started.
Do you expect Zelensky to be involved in these conversations? What will his role be?
I do. He will be involved, yes.
Mr. President, would you allow the Europeans to buy U.S.-made weapons for Ukrainians?
Yeah.
So Zelensky said today that Russia is going to wage war on NATO. Do you agree with that? Do you have any concerns about?
No, I don't agree. I don't agree with that. Not even a little bit.
Vice President Vance said that the United States would potentially take military action against Russia if they won't come to an agreement. Do you agree with that stance?
I don't know if that's what he said. I don't think he said that.
Based on your conversations with President Putin, what do you think he wants ultimately in Ukraine?
I think he wants to stop fighting. I see that. We spoke long and hard. Steve Witkoff was with him for a very extended period, like about 3 hours. I think he wants to stop fighting.
He emphasized that the war should have never started and expressed frustration over previous leadership decisions that, in his view, could have prevented the crisis. When asked about the possibility of NATO being targeted by Russia, the president dismissed the claims, stating he has no concerns about such a scenario unfolding. Meanwhile, discussions continue over U.S. military aid to Ukraine, with European nations potentially purchasing American weapons for Ukrainian forces. In the Middle East, the president also addressed the evolving ceasefire negotiations between Israel and Hamas. He affirmed his commitment to ensuring the safe return of hostages and reaffirmed that Israel has his full support.
Bibi, you do whatever you want because, my statement was they got to come back. Now, the reason I made that statement because they said they weren't going to deliver, they were not going to deliver the people that they said they were going to deliver, that they agreed to deliver. And they did agree to do that, but they broke that agreement. When I made the statement, they delivered everybody plus an American. Now, the good news is they look like they're in pretty good shape because the people from the week before didn't look like they were in good shape. They looked like Holocaust survivors, frankly. Horrible. Whatever happened to them was horrible. But that'll be up to Israel what the next step is, in consultation with me.
On the economic front, rising inflation and soaring egg prices remain a major concern for American households. The president placed the blame on his predecessor, stating that his administration is working swiftly to reverse inflationary trends.
Egg prices have reached an all-time high.
It was before I ever got here, it was at an all-time. This didn't start. Remember, I've been here for 3 weeks. And when you saw the inflation numbers, I've been here for 3 weeks. I have had nothing to do with inflation. This was caused by Biden. I had 4 years of virtually no inflation. So I'm just taking over. But I'll tell you what, this country has made more progress in the last 3 weeks than it's made in the last 4 years. And we're respected again as a country. Thank you very much. Thank you.
The discussion also touched on international trade policies. The European Union is considering restrictions on U.S. food imports, but the president insists that trade relations will remain fair, implementing reciprocal tariffs if necessary. As the world watches these crucial negotiations unfold, the coming weeks will be pivotal. Will peace be achieved in Ukraine? How will U.S. trade policies impact the global economy? And what lies ahead for international diplomacy? Stay tuned for continued updates. Subscribe for the latest in politics, diplomacy, and global affairs.